Hey guys, Rachele here with Amethyst Ascension. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. So this is going to be the 4th week in the Spring Cleaning with Rachele, and I am going to be going through all the last little bit of decks that I have, and I'm going to be moving them along. So I'm just going to show you what I have really quick, and it's going to be a first come, first serve kind of thing. Send me a email. I will put the email across the screen, or it's in the description, okay? So just email me with what you want. First come, first serve, like I said. So the first couple of decks are the Voynich Oracle and the Voynich Tarot. These were Kickstarters. To be honest with you, I don't know if they're still available. It doesn't matter to me because I don't want to keep them. It does come with a PDF guidebook. So if I have the PDF, I will pass that along to you as well if you end up getting these decks. They're really cool. I thought I would like it. I thought it had something to do with like the Voynich manuscript, but and it might, I'm not sure, but I just did not care for the PDF guidebook myself personally. These are what the backs look like. It comes in a magnetic box. So there's the tarot, the oracle. They're beautiful. They're different. I just decided I'm not going to use them. So I'm going to do these for $30 each. Or if you want to get the set of them, you can get both of them for $50. And for all of these, I'm not covering the shipping. If you want them and I will ship them to you, you have to cover the shipping. So $30 each, because these are indie decks. I think I paid like $45 or $50 each for these, and then the shipping. So like I said, $30 each, or both of them for $50 and the shipping. So there's those two. I have decided that I am not going to keep the Soul Trees Ascension deck. I know that this is out of print, but I'm just not going to use it. It is really cool, and I almost convinced myself to keep it, but no, I'm going to pass it along to somebody that wants it more than I do. I do think it's really cool, though. So, again, $30. I know it's out of print, but and then of course, you cover the shipping. If you want it, email me, okay? So that's Soul Trees Ascension deck. The Endless Oracle and book, same difference. I decided not to keep it. I'm just not connected to it. Don't care to. I looked at the tarot, and it's not that I think it's bad at all. It's just, for whatever reason, I'm just not drawn to it. And I was not drawn to the tarot that's on Kickstarter right now. So it's just the artwork. It's not for me. That's got to be the first thing for me, is the artwork. And then I can connect if the message is good. Unless the messages are just so good and profound, and I've had just the best readings with it, that I can't let it go, even because of the artwork, even if I don't like mesh with the artwork. And here's the book. Bookmark in here too, or a couple of bookmarks. Oh, maybe I turned them into a bookmark. My bad. So anyways, it's a great guidebook, everything. I don't think it's out of print. Maybe just this version, because this was the Kickstarter, limited Kickstarter first edition. With the book, I've never used this before, so it's pretty much in mint condition, $30. And of course, you pay the shipping. Now we get into some of the other decks. This is a mass market deck, the Wisdom of Tao. And I've never used this one either. Maybe once. I don't know, but it's really cool. You know what? I do have a deck coming that this might actually go with. That I have. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to hold off on this for right now, just because I have an Asian deck coming that I had printed off on Make Playing Cards that I formatted and everything for Make Playing Cards, and I'm going to be selling it. So I'm going to hold off on this one just to see whether or not they go with each other. If not, then it will be going. So another one is the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards. This is also a mass market. Great guidebook. I mean, it is beautiful. It's just, no, I never turn to it. I never turn to it. I've got other decks that I turned to before this, so, but it is beautiful. I even like this bit of it. I like that it's got extra stuff on the side, and it's got keywords, and yeah, it's just really cool. It's just, I just don't reach for it. So, it says US $24.99, Canada $33.99, but it's mass market, so I'm going to do $5 on it. All right, $5, and of course, you cover the shipping. Here's another one, Animal Guides. This is one that was by Radley Valentine. This was, and it's a tarot, sorry. This was one that was a hay house, and it was in part of the, I think, subscription. And I'm just, most generally, not a animal tarot person. Although I think this is lovely, I also do not like all of the different colors. That kind of throws me off. So, this one, it's never been used. Retails US $29.99, Canada $39.99, $5. It is pretty. Like I said, I'm just not an animal tarot person. Another one, Transient Light Tarot by Ari Wisner, or Weisner. I thought that this was really cool, and I liked it when I seen it online. But when I picked it up, I just don't really prefer this cardstock. I mean, look at how thick that is. Yeah, you can shuffle it. It's got a past, present, future placement cards. I mean, it's not bad artwork yet again. When I seen it, I liked it. I wanted to get it. But then when I got it, I don't know, it's the combination. I guess I thought that the cardstock was going to be a little bit different or something. I don't know. But I don't really care for it. It's not something that I'm going to turn to. So, this one, US $26.99, Canada $35.99. Also another one that I have never used. $5. Here's one that was sent to me by US Games. And this one is called Totem Guardians Oracle deck. And I do think that this is super, super cute. And definitely different. But I'm not like really big on like animal, human. I mean, I kind of like it, but I don't know. I'm just probably not going to turn to it. The artwork just doesn't mesh with a lot of the stuff. I mean, in some of it, it does. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, no, this one's going. This one is... I don't even know how much this one retails for. But $5. Mass market. $5. Never been used, other than maybe in the pairings that I did when I did the walkthrough of it. I do like it. I'm not going to use it. Moonology Messages Oracle. I'm just not really caring so much for this artwork. Yeah, it just doesn't really do a whole lot for me. I'm just not a huge, huge fan of the cardstock with Hay House. So I decided to let this one go also. This one also retails for $19.99, $25.99 in Canada. I think this is Hay House. Yeah, Hay House. $5. Never been used. So another one. Also, is this a Hay House? Yes, Hay House. And it's Divine Beloved Oracle cards. Sacred Self. Now these are a little bit, they're bowed. But I'm sure that there's a way, because I've never used them. It's just my environment. So I'm sure that if you just put something heavy on it and leave it, or in your environment, it doesn't do that, because mine just does. It's the Divine Beloved Oracle cards. And these are really cool, but yet again, it's the artwork. I would turn to other decks before I would turn to this. So this is another one that it sells or retails for $21.99 and $28.99 in Canada. $5. $5 US. Here's one. This is by Rockpool. It's Cosmic Oracle. This one is Gilded. Free Spirit. Golden Crown. Integrity. Intuition. Worlds Within Worlds. Patience. I mean, this one is really cool. You know what? Never mind. I'm going to keep this one. This one will go really good with the Shimmering Veil. So, skip that one. Alright. So, this was sent to me by US Games. as well as the newer version with the Psychic Tarot book in there. I decided to keep that version. This is the older version. And this one, the difference in the artwork is that this is lighter. This version is lighter. The faces are lighter. And the other version that came with the bigger book and in the bigger box, it just, it's more vibrant. So I'm keeping the other version and letting this one go. And mass market, $5. $5 US, okay? The Adventure Tarot, this was sent to me as a gift, a giveaway that I won. And I just told Selena. Selena had it on her channel, Essence of the Moon. And it was recently. And I told her just pick out, you know, whatever. And so she sent me 2 of them. Which, if I'm being honest, I joined because I was just really trying to support her, you know. And I thought it was wonderful that she was doing a giveaway. And the other items that I got, like the oil and the herbs, oh yeah, that's what I prize. Let me tell you, that's what I prize. And this is wonderful. It's just not my art preference. It's even got gilding, gold gilding on the sides, everything. The backs, I really like the backs. The backs are beautiful. But the art style on the fronts, just not my jam. And I don't like it when they do different colored borders. That's just something I normally just, man, I really got to like the rest of the deck, or it's just got to work really good. But for some reason, this just doesn't do it for me. So I hate to give this away, but I don't want it to just sit here and never get used. I would prefer that somebody that really wants to use it, you know, wants to have it in their collection, would get it. So, what is this one? This is $24.99 USA, $5. Also, the other one that she gave me, oops, from the giveaway. Thank you, Selena. I love you, sweetheart. I'm sorry, this is not about you, honey. It's just about not keeping stuff that I'm not going to use and passing it along to somebody that might want to use it. You know what I mean? It's got a great guidebook. And it looks really good and works. That's probably why she sent me 2. Because these 2 actually will look really good and work really good together. So I thought that that was really cool. But this is just not my kind of artwork. It's cool. It's just not my jam. Yeah, it's just not my jam. But I do think that they would work really well together, those 2. But this is Mass Market. And who's this one by? Andrew McNeil Publishing. Andrews McNeil. And it's $24.99 USA and $33.99 in Canada. $5. Okay? If you want to get these 2 together, I'll just do $7.50. Okay? And then, of course, the shipping. And only a few more. So this one, I seen it, and I thought, oh man, I'm really going to like it. But, first of all, I'm not a fan of these kind of boxes. I'm not a fan. See, it even does it when there's nothing in it. But when there's something in it that's heavy, it just brings it down. So if I put it like this, I've got to grab it from underneath, and that just, it irritates me. And that's just me being nitpicky, absolutely. But this really is very pretty. It's a different kind of idea with it being landscapes, right? But something about these landscapes feels like out of focus and fuzzy to me. And maybe it's supposed to be that way, but I just don't like it. And I didn't realize it when I was seeing it online, you know, when I was seeing it in walkthroughs. But the artwork itself does seem fuzzy to me. So I don't prefer it because of that. Maybe you will. Maybe someone that sees this will. But it's like, I mean, that's so cool. The concept of this is just beautiful. It's just that fuzziness throws me off. And like I said, maybe it's supposed to be that way. I just don't care for it. So, Tarot Landscapes. This is a decent tuck box. Oops. And a nice book. Never been used. This retails for $24.99 US. $5. Here's another one I thought I would like. And yet again, and this one also is warped. But I do think if in a different environment, not my environment, because a lot of stuff warps in my environment. But if you put it down, like, you know, some heavy stuff on it and probably leave it for like a week, it'd probably fix it. But I don't like the glossy. I'm just not a fan of the cardstock, the artwork. The artwork's not horrible. It's just not my preference. It's just too cartoony for me. I'm not even someone that likes watching cartoons and stuff like that. And it's funny because I've got other decks that are cartoony also, but not quite this cartoony, right? Or it's just a different kind of cartoony. It is really nice though. It is. It's just not my aesthetic. It's not one I would turn to because I have such a large collection already, right? So that is the Modern Goddess. And this is by Cecilia Latari and illustrations by Petra Braun. This is Sterling Ethos, I think. Sterling Ethos. And it normally is $24.99 or $32.99, $5 US. Okay? And I've got one last one. And it is the Zodiac Tarot. This deck is super cool. I just wish the cardstock was different. I just wished. And yet, this is another one. You can see it is a little bit warped. This one's been used a few times, but it's just my environment. But I do think that, like I said, the warping, and that's another reason I love like the linen cardstock. Some cardstock just does not do that to me. But these kind of decks, they do it to me in my environment, in our environment here in Michigan. So this one is super cool. I love that there's constellations and it's astrology based. I love the artwork. I love that it's dark based in the back. I just don't like the cardstock because my fingerprints. I can see my fingerprints because of it being glossy. That just drives me friggin' nutty. It just drives me nutty. So I don't reach for it because I'll sit there with my rag sitting there going like that. It's like my OCD, right? So, this one also, this is Mass Market. And this is, who's this through? This is US Games. And I don't know what these retail, but $5. So that is everything. I'm going to put a list down below in the video or in the description, video description of all of the decks. So I just got done going through and you can still see smoke lingering. I went through and smoked everything with a rosemary bundle that I grew and tied up. I don't know if you can still see it up here under the lights and stuff. So just cleaning my area spiritually. Oh, I'm almost done with the process. That's what's left. So rounding out the last week, I'm going to do the last spread from week 4 of the Spring Cleaning with Rachele, the transformation. Now I just went through and I cleansed all of my shelves, you know, with the smoke, which I showed a little bit of the leftover. It was too hard for me to do it at the same time and record it because I just didn't do it good. I tried, but I didn't do it good. So anyways, this is the spread. What old patterns need to go? New patterns I should adopt? From where or who can I find help for this process, and how best can I proceed forward? So I decided to use the Tarot of the Huntress and the Dream Song Oracle. So let me just shuffle this. Oops. This deck is so beautiful. So beautiful. So, what old patterns need to go? What old patterns need to go? Keep in mind, this is in regards to my, my collecting. Right? What old patterns? Let's do a couple shuffles. Oh, it does not want to shuffle good for me. All right. What old patterns need to go? What old patterns need to go? Okay. So I'm thinking that my idea of every single deck teaching me something new, I need to understand that I've got a lot of decks, if that's the case. I mean, I've got to have the time in order for it to teach me something new and to be able to use it. So my collecting for that purpose, you know, because I look at the Horned God or the Hierophant like the teacher, like the tarot is going to teach me something that I don't already know, or I'm going to learn some huge lesson, or that I'm going to, yeah, that's how I see it, honestly. I don't see it as break from a tradition, or that the tradition of tarot is going to teach me something new with the different decks that I accumulate. I could see that maybe with 100 decks, but 500, more than 500, unless it's something special, I'm just getting it to get it, not because I think it's going to teach me something new that one of the other 500 decks that I have is not going to teach me, right? So, new pattern. or patterns that I should adopt. New pattern or patterns that I should adopt. I'm going to do that one. I think gratitude, groundedness, practicality, seeing what I already have. I've said this for years about shopping my own shelves, right? Shopping my own shelves, being happy and satisfied with what I already have. So those are the new patterns. Not looking around the corner for the next best thing, but looking in my shelves for the next best thing, something that I already have. So from where or who can I find help for this process? From where or whom can I find help for this process? So looking at my success, looking at like people that have successfully completed like a transformation to their collections, right? That's where I can seek more help in this matter. Like, so watching channels that do not necessarily tarot, but I mean, it can be anything, right? Any kind of organization, and really getting down to the nitty-gritty of why we collect, right? Because like I said, I'm happy with my collection, but going forward, do I need to keep on adding more to my collection? I'm not saying that I'm not going to, but I really want to be more mindful about what I bring into my collection now. Now, that doesn't mean reviews. If I get things in for review and if it's not something that I think that I'm going to use, then I'm just going to keep on passing them along. Or they'll go in giveaways or whatever, you know? So the last question I want to ask the Dream Song Oracle, and that is, how best can I proceed forward? Can't remember if I can shuffle this one. I think this is the one that's got the rough edges. Yeah, this one's got rough edges. Usually these do not, but this one does. I mean, sharp gilding. How best, come on. How best can I proceed forward? How best can I proceed forward? How best can I proceed forward? How best can I proceed forward, please? There it is. Tell a new story. Tell a new story. Let's see what that says. 22. You are made of wings and wonder, starlight and stories. Telling yourself a story of empowerment will bring a surge of energy. Notice how your shoulders drop, your breath deepens, your heart warms. This is because the truest, deepest part of you understands your worth. Telling yourself a story of scarcity or disempowerment leaves you tight, small, and cramped. Oh my gosh, yes. Gosh, does that not fit what I was just talking about? That tale goes against your expansive nature. While we are very selective about the books that we read and the stories that we watch on film, we are far less selective about the stories that we tell ourselves. Are they helpful or hurtful? Take careful inventory of the stories that you tell yourself right now. Your life is listening and will respond to your narrative. Exactly. Take stock of what I have, appreciate what I have, be in a state of gratitude and a state of awe of what I've already accumulated, you know, what I have at my disposal already. I don't need to be looking around the corner for the next best deck. I've already got 500 of those wonderful, awesome decks that I can use. So that's where I'm at. This is not me saying that it's bad to have a collection. It's not me saying that, you know, I've got too big of a collection. This is me saying that I'm happy where I'm at right now. And I'm not going to let the next deck that I see be the difference of me needing it for spiritual growth or anything like that. If I want it, then I want it. It's not that I need it. You see what I'm saying? So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. So thank you for spending this time with me. This work, even though I was down for 2 weeks sick and I'm still fighting like a sinus infection, I'm on antibiotics now. My goodness. But it has been a liberating process, and I will be happy to be done with it and move on with the rest of what's coming. And what's coming is awesome. So thank you for spending this time with me, and I'm sending you love always.